at some point, we have to be willing to fight for our own lives, our children, and our environment. But we're weakened because so much of our energy is outsourced. So we're being, as the sophistication of cyber intelligence increases, more and more ways we're being pieced apart. More and more aspects of our energy, the music we listen to, the words that we hear over and over again, the frequencies that are delivered through the music, the rhetoric of people on podcasts and talk shows that is not in our highest interest.
I heard somebody say they need to ban, they need to make laws and regulations on who can get podcast equipment and who can't. People need to have degrees. Everybody's talking.
Yes, and the people are talking in their cars without no podcast.
Right, they just with the phone, with their meals, eating in the camera. Come on, y'all. All right. We digress, though.
But, so the idea is so much, the brain believes whatever it hears over and over again, unless you have rejected it each time. Like, you have to reject it. No, I'm not turning that off. I'm not listening to that. I don't believe it. If you don't, the subconscious mind takes it in. We have been studied. They know that. They know that if they repeat it over and over again in music, we'll be humming it in our sleep. We'll be saying the words without knowing it. It's like the words will just pop into your head automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Call for the Truth. I am Lota of the Sun, and this is Tavares of the Sun. We're so happy that you're here with us today and to join our conversation. However, before we begin, Tavares, will you bring us into the Call for Truth?
Yes, we encourage you all to tune into the frequencies. Shall we call forth the frequency of truth? Shall we call to see the truth in all that we see? Shall we call to hear the truth in all that we hear? Shall we call to speak the truth? Calling forth the courage to speak the truth. Shall we call forth nothing less than the truth to come forward into our experience? And we are saturated in the truth.
Yes, we are.
We are here. Speaking of truth, today we are covering a topic, a maxim from the Call for the Truth divination cards. And today's card we're discussing, it's associated with the third eye, the sixth chakra. And the theme is consciousness. The maxim reads, what we thought yesterday, we do not have to choose to think tomorrow.
Yes.
We are the responsible party. We are responsible for our own experience. The book has one single word, whole responsibility.
Yes.
So one of the first things that arose in my mind when the card pull came forth was the idea of people finding themselves realizing the reality that they've created. Maybe it's, and usually it's a reality that is undesirable. It's like, oh no, look at what I've done. Look at the movie I've created.
Yes.
And how this card speaks to, okay, yes, you don't got to think that no more. You don't have to think those thoughts that influence those emotions, that influence those actions that created this reality. You could think something differently.
Right.
You know, so would you take us down into like the relevance of this within our reality of like our growth process, our evolution?
I would like to talk about it. I'd also like to invite everyone to meet us on live stream for today's date. We just did a hour-long talk that touches on some of this that might be relevant. So you're encouraged to also find us on live stream on YouTube. But the idea of we don't have to think what we thought. If we all go back to our youth, our childhood, our growing up, our trial and error of life, and the things that we thought were true, the things that people said to us that we believed, the things that are still being shared with humanity that humanity believes that are not true. And through the recent truth-telling that has been coming out in the time we live in.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of that happening. Like, dang, I thought something different. Now I'm starting to think something.
Yeah, I mean, like,
different.
what did we think of, people in Hollywood, and what did we think of, people who are elites, and what did we think of people who have a lot of money, and what did we believe to be true? What did we hold on to and desire in the false understanding, the praying for the things that we thought, I want to be the movie star, I want to be the singer, all that prayer glitter, like all the glitter falling down from your prayers.
Yeah, the glitter, the glam associated with it.
Yes, and we no longer, many of us no longer think that, or our thoughts about it are rapidly eroding, given the things that have been released, the truth, what we thought about our government, what we thought about our education, what we thought about history. All of these are things that we've been told that we don't need to hold on to anymore, and it doesn't mean that we don't have a foundation. It doesn't mean that we are unstabilized. It just means that now we have an opportunity to actually be the truth and to not just take in the pablum, the warm milk, the poison warm milk that's passing and masquerading as mother's milk.
Yeah.
What we've been fed that is not nutritious. That we can
poison, toxin.
Yes. We could start letting go of that, and that is freedom. That is not, we should not consider ourselves not fortified or not secured. We should see this as an opportunity to secure ourselves with the truth that we can find, that we can see, because the truth is always right in front of us, as nature is right in front of us. The truth is in nature, even though we rarely look at nature. It's backdrop.
Yeah, it's so weird because it's right there. It's even in our bodies.
Yes. Yes.
Under our noses, but just we gone. We are so disconnected, but I can see though there's something beautiful happening with humanity, especially those who are on the path of evolution.
It's one of the things that comes to mind was this is one of millions of things, but the idea that we have to go somewhere, like go to California or go to Hollywood or go to New York so we can be discovered.
So you want somebody to Christopher Columbus you, huh? You want somebody to claim territory, huh?
Yeah.
How's that working out for us?
But that's something that many of us heard or understood or had a desire. It's like, I need to go so I can be seen by somebody important. So what does that really say about you? Who do you think you are?
It says so much. It's a little creepy, but I'll share the first couple of things that come to mind. First off, value is placed in the hands of another.
Yes.
I need somebody outside of me to tell me my value, my worth, because I don't know.
Yes.
But I think if I connect with you, I will be able to know who I am, and through your eyes, your gaze, and and then along with that comes levels of enslavement that I think that are outside of the awareness of the person through all of that, even just the thought in and of itself.
Yeah, this idea of giving your authority over to another to make a decision about your outcome. I wrote a book about that.
You did. It's titled Call for the Truth.
So it is a reoccurring theme in our culture on the planet at this time, that we are constantly looking for someone else, a third party. Like you and yourself are not enough. You and the divinity that you are is not enough. I'd like to have a third opinion.
Let me phone a friend, or two, or three.
Yes.
Somebody.
Yes, to authorize me, so I can be authorized.
That says so much, and I can also see. I think we mentioned this in one of our classes, how everything is showing like you got to learn to trust you. You got to learn to trust your guidance, your inner gut, your intuition. Stop outsourcing it to the news or anyone, even practitioners, because that's a thing. We even restructured our system to ensure that there can be no room for that.
Yes.
Where people learn how to see and gain truth on their own, free of us. And if you want to clear it, that's great. We'll be of service, but we're going to redirect you back to you.
Right. It's so in our world that what we've been taught, we hold on to it, and then we doubt what our authentic individual clarity gives us. Like, I don't know if science agrees with this. I don't know if Sigmund Freud would agree with this analysis.
That sounds like such a handicap.
I don't know if the history supports. I'm not sure if science.
Yeah, empirical science.
Yes. Or I'm not sure if the Bible agrees.
Science once supported segregation of bathrooms.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know how much we want to lean on science, but excuse me, that's neither here nor there. Continue.
The idea being that there must be an internal guidance system that allows you to listen to your deepest understandings, and then you can validate them through your actions and the field that you are in. And that is the validation that everyone is seeking someone else to do. So we're seeking the scientists who did it. We're seeking, that scientist.
I'm just like, man, it's crazy. Like,
Yes.
we want the FDA.
Yes. Like, I can't buy
tell
this
us.
product that you made because the FDA didn't approve of it. Like, have you looked at the FDA's statistical analysis of how many lobbyists helped them approve of things?
Yes. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I can buy this homemade product. It's not FDA approved.
Yes, I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's odd, but
But how about, let me look at you and look at the product. Does my body want this? Do I feel this is appropriate? Do I need, and sometimes we do in our educational process, need more facts. But that's not the same thing as having to rely on the sources that have informed us through a lifetime that are not serving us, and that their misgivings are being pronounced all the time in the news. All of
there's been a recall on chicken.
like
Recall on Campbell's soup.
yes,
3D printed.
yes, it's like all the things that I grew up on Campbell's soup, and maybe it wasn't then what it is now, but at any rate,
Yeah, they've
I need to
changed a
let
lot of
go. I need to let go of that.
If you thought that was something that was okay to eat, it's okay to not think that anymore. It's okay to throw it away,
Yes.
to change.
And same with the Kellogg's and a lot of other erroneous ideas that we have.
So I want to go back to kind of speaking about just the general idea of we're seeing so much that's making us reconsider how we perceive the world, how we thought about the world.
Yes.
And in doing so, I have encountered this, but also see it online, where there's somewhat of a waiting of who's going to come handle this crazy distortion that we're experiencing. Like, somebody got to do something about this. Look what they do at Epstein File. Somebody come get them. Do something. And versus, essentially there's a great lack of responsibility that I can see that's taking place through, shock, trauma from seeing what was and the shift in the perception of what is. So would you speak a little bit about how people can find or get into the pocket of taking responsibility for things that seems greater than them, but really isn't?
It all often leads to convenience. We don't like something the school board did with our children, and they won't listen to us, and we don't, they put us out of the meeting because we're asking about things like, why are you burning books? Or whatever it is.
Or like what they're feeding your children.
Or what are you teaching my sons about, what's in these books?
Yeah.
And so we know. So we hold on to the fact that it's the school board. They're the educational professionals. And I'm just using this as an example. This could apply to
pervasive. It's
everything.
everywhere.
And so we hold on to, they need to do right.
You gotta excuse me. So I'm like, no. No.
Yeah, well, this is really speaking to this principle. Like, they need to do, and they need to listen to me because I'm the parent, and, you know, for this next year my child will be in the school, and I see that they're not going to do it, but we're holding on to, like, they should be doing the thing they say they're going to do and educating our children, and they are educating the children, but not in the direction that we have emphatically shared with them, because we didn't. We just wanted them to take the children, and we didn't tell them how we wanted the children educated. So they're upholding their position that you didn't tell me, I don't work for you. I work for another governing body. And we think, I got to make them do right because I got to go to work. The children need to go to school. The system's set up in such a way I can't get off work until 2 hours after the children are out of school, and somebody needs to fix this. But it's really us. We need to arrange our lives to what's important to us. And until we're willing to do that, in every situation, whether it's the supermarket, and the food that has the cricket flour in it, or the food that has the processed food with the nanoparticles that will take over your mucus and mutate you from the inside out.
True story, look it up.
All of this, there is no one coming, and we cannot expect that the ones who are doing us the injury are the ones who are our doctors. They are not.
It's crazy every time I hear
the person who shoots us with a gun is not the one who's going to bandage us up. You know, and so we're in this war of, this cognitive dissonance of wanting to make the enemy our friend. But we all know that the friend of our enemy is our enemy. And the friend that is the friend of ours is the enemy's enemy.
As you're speaking, I'm looking at what is happening psychologically. What is the psychosis with the person who is going back to he or her who is shooting him or her? And you know, I'm looking at what would make them do that versus take responsibility. And I'm sure you've heard this before, where oftentimes it's like this with religion and politics, where now you have to look back at your life and realize and kind of accept that you've been duped. And it's often kind of hard for people to do such a thing, or to accept that, you know, the things that you invested your energy, your life force, your hopes, your dreams, your prayers into actually worked against you.
Yeah, that prayer glitter.
Man, I'm like,
yeah, prayer glitter.
I might have to edit, throw some glitter on the screen. Because, jeez.
This is
but it's a thing.
PTDs, psychologically transmitted diseases.
It is, though. It is.
It is.
It's transmitted.
It's
a lot of people gotta watch out out here, because
it's a psychologically transmitted disease. It really is. It's it's like everybody else every other parent goes along with it.
Yeah.
It's in the field. It's transmitted by their agreement. And they're not stopping work. They're not trying to figure out something. They're not getting together with parents to, you know, it's a transmitted agreement because it's inconvenient.
Oh.
So we all agree not to be inconvenienced.
So I had an excellent talk with your grandson about convenience.
Yes.
And we were talking about technology, planned obsolescence. Is that the right?
Obsolescence.
Obsolescence. And how you're given, or we are given, hey, have this new updated tech that will be convenient, but like then you got to service it and it's likely to break down. And if you don't service it, you know, there goes your money, your investment. And so I see where that type of behavior. We just kind of go along with things, and the fear of just rejecting it in general. And I think this is why I brought it up, because the recognizing that we are the responsible party, everything that we've engaged with has been this, no, we're responsible. Like, come see us, come back and, come get your service, come do this, come do that. And it's like, but what about them? So clearly everything in our reality is structured to be that way. And I do see why you mentioned listen to that live stream. Because the live stream, and I'm going to have to put a little link to make sure that you all can click on it and go back to it, but we were literally speaking about how we have to defy these systems that aren't supporting of life. And part of what supports life is being the responsible party, or operating in our own levels of self-preservation instead of outsourcing it to whoever.
Yeah, it's we find ourselves in a situation that's aggressively consuming us. I think we're about up to our waist. No?
It's a wild visual. Like, oh,
yeah.
It's like, yo, it's eating me. Like, and we just like, yo, who's gonna get this thing? Half my body's in this thing. What do you mean, man? I don't know where that accent came from, but we're gonna roll with it.
So, what does the future of money look like to you, Alex?
The future of money won't be about what we use. It'll be about who we trust. We're heading into a world where money is no longer paper. It's data. Central bank, digital currencies, programmable payments, and surveillance systems will redefine how value moves. But here's the twist. The more digital it gets, the more people will crave something real. That's why gold and silver aren't disappearing. They're becoming the anchor in a world of floating code. Money will evolve technologically, but it will always revolve around trust. And digital systems can't replicate 5,000 years of human belief in tangible value. The future of money? Digital convenience built on physical truth. The code will change, but the collateral won't. Because in every era, old or new, gold stays the final receipt.
It's at some point we have to be willing to fight for our own lives, our children, and our environment. But we're weakened because so much of our energy is outsourced. So we're being, as the sophistication of cyber intelligence increases, more and more ways we're being pieced apart. More and more aspects of our energy, the music we listen to, the words that we hear over and over again, the frequencies that are delivered through the music, the rhetoric of people on podcasts and talk shows that is not in our highest interest.
I heard somebody say they need to ban, they need to make laws and regulations on who could get podcast equipment and who can't. People need to have degrees. Everybody's talking.
Yes, and the people are talking in their cars without no podcast.
Right, they just with the phone, with their meals, eating in the camera. Come on, y'all. All right. We digress, though.
But, so the idea is so much, the brain believes whatever it hears over and over again, unless you have rejected it each time. Like, you have to reject it. No, I'm not turning that off. I'm not listening to that. I don't believe it. If you don't, the subconscious mind takes it in. We have been studied. They know that. They know that if they repeat it over and over again in music, we'll be humming it in our sleep. We'll be saying the words without knowing it. It's like the words that just pop into your head automatically.
Mm-hmm. I've had to send some things to the mass clearing because I'm like, get out of here. Like old songs too, like yes. Where, why, what?
Old songs, it's like, I'm gonna die if I don't have you, you the sunshine, I'm the shower. When all of this, we've already been programmed with all of this, and so we have to take into account that's in the subconscious.
Yeah.
And that unless we go after it, we won't be able to have the energy, because we need the space to have the energy to fight the school board or to figure out about our food.
The space, you've been using this phrase quite often, we have to make room for the light.
Yes.
And how that light can help animate and inform action to
do
make
the
those
things that we
changes.
need to do to free ourselves from the oppression and the
Yeah.
tyranny that we are under so comfortably. You know, we're so comfortably under.
Comfortably suffering. Make it make sense. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like you got your favorite poison food, you got your favorite poison music, you got your favorite poison social media, and you're just in your stupor, your hypnotic addiction stupor. And what happens with an addict once they shoot up?
Well, funny enough, me and your grandson had this conversation. And I shared with him what you shared with myself as well as other students, is that addiction robs you of your will.
Yes.
It removes it, because we were talking about cannabis and not smoking and abstaining from these things, but also how they're lacing things. So it's like, not just do drugs, people are scared to do things because they don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And, you know, again, this idea of when you are addicted, I said, imagine a world like this. I share with him, actually, this is what happens, just like all those CIA operations of government experiments. They need us dumb, stupid, and without any willpower to turn the ship in another direction, individually and or collectively. You know, so will is robbed.
They have the will, we have the battery. You know, we got the battery life.
That's fascinating, and that sounds so true.
We have the
to
battery
the
life. They can
circumstance.
just plug in. It's okay if they're in a stupor. We just plug in.
We just need the life force.
Yes.
And and this is, again, don't worry about it. Let us handle it. We know better. We'll regulate your energy.
Don't
You
bother
know.
your pretty little head with that.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Pretty little head. They sweet talking. They're like, ooh, okay, that's right. My head is little and pretty. I don't need to be.
Concerning myself with
Yeah.
ugly stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
That's big, big, ugly
Big, yeah, big and ugly. It's very unflattering.
Just send me to the Botox office. Got a bigger head.
All right, so we have, again, this is so full circle. Outsourcing power.
Well, it's interesting. We're not actually outsourcing power. We're actually collapsing under the weight of the beast that's sucking the power out of us.
Excuse me, I think that's excellent.
You know,
we have the power.
It
We're the
is
generator of the
above
battery.
us with its teeth in our neck. It's more like that. Like, I'll come back for more tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds vampiric.
Does it?
Like, let me get my
Oh,
8 ounces.
I wonder why.
Daily.
Why? Why does it sound like that?
Like, man. This is, I think it's so important for us to put these things into perspective, because I know that when I hear these things, all right, so often when she's speaking about, like, maybe there's something we're discussing regarding case studies, and she'll give something that she recommends to the client, just hearing the condition and then hearing the solution, it makes me want to get up and go, like, take a oregano oil or a black seed, or like do something, like get some spirulina, get some light or something, because it's that real.
Detoxify.
Yeah,
Detox. And that's really the answer to this. You don't have the will or the energy available until you have the desire to be greater, which then gives you the desire to detox. Eat at whatever level. There's really not that much time left. You know, he's already
on our necks.
yeah, like just saving us for later. Like, you just hang right there. I mean,
That's that talk. I'm telling you, that make me want to start lighting up and go do something to go change my reality.
you just stay on the couch. I'll be back for you later.
Nah, I ain't gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here. You be like, where's my milk? Thought I had them wrapped up in my web. Nope, gone. Coast is clear.
Chewed your way out of the web.
I sure did. And I was like, oh, you want to get out too? Come on, I got you. I got you. Let's get out of here.
It's more like that, and the response to the card is that you are the responsible party. You are the one. You did help your friend.
Yeah.
You did help your friend get out, but they still got to get
They
up.
still got to walk.
Yeah, they still got to get up. They can't relapse on the couch until the beast comes back to
Right.
get more of their life force. And it's really a war about the divinity of who we are, how exquisite and how valuable who we are is. There are so many aspects of creation that don't have bodies that would love to inhabit ours, that do inhabit many at varying levels and degrees. Sometimes people have many things in them, sometimes less, but how you behave, how you eat, what you're willing to use as comfort has a lot to do with that. So I really love the way you talk about sometimes you'll take a cold shower. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you will not eat every meal that you could eat. These are all things that make you a little bit stronger because you won't be seduced. Somebody offer you something that is processed, you're like, I don't want that. And I don't feel no kind of way about it. You know, they say, well, there's not going to be no hot water. You're like, okay.
I've been in training.
Yes. Yeah.
Unbothered.
Unbothered. And this is where we need to get to be responsible. You can't even get to that until you can, you know, be a little chilly, not always be perfectly comfortable, not always have everything delivered at lunchtime. Those are the things. That's the key. Like, get yourself in training. There's something to be said for that, so that you're deeper than being able to say it, but you're being able to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's a space that many find themselves in where it sounds really good, but when it comes down to the actual action, that's really what makes all the difference. And that's where I can see the idea that the energy, where it's being directed, or the lack thereof, you know, in terms of the action. Maybe the action's going into doing the thing in detriment. Energy's going somewhere.
Yeah, and
something's being built.
The PTD, the psychologically transmitted disease, is this idea that I'll die if I don't eat. If I can't tolerate not having perfect temperature. You know, if it's too hot, me and my parasites are not going to be comfortable.
You damn right. Get them out of you. Take a parasite cleanse.
Yeah, so it's this idea that how we think about it. I mean, we talk about fasting, and we're not recommending that everyone fast, but we do recommend intermittent fasting, like miss a meal every now and then. We're overfed, which makes us over-comfortable, which makes us too relaxed.
Too chill, like chill to our detriment.
Yes, and so and also it overactivates sexual desire and other ideas for addictions and comfort. So put yourself in a little light training. The reason food is so available and all of it is processed is on purpose.
You know, I put something together a few years ago. Food and Drug Administration are under the same umbrella. I was like, wait. Oh my gosh!
Because they're the same thing. I know.
This is take your dose of, you know, in the back of the nutritional
it's
facts.
It's written on the top of the building.
Only one serving now. Yeah, I mean, but these are the things that just go over people's heads.
Yeah, but there's something about the darkness that has to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it's flashing lights on it. It's bold font.
Well, also, it's like they get a double hit. They do the bad thing, then they tell you they did it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and then look, I'm stupid behind.
Yes, so
FDA.
there is that, but we are the responsible party. It is up to us to see what is being said, to wake up. What did the building say? What does it say on the document? Food and drug. like you put it together, but it eludes us because we're otherwise focused, because they're like, look over here, never look at, so, it's funny because I want to encourage people to teach your children cursive. AI cannot read it. It is not being taught in school. Soon people who are under a certain age won't be able to recognize it. Teach them to write in cursive.
Oh my gosh, this is like an ancient, I feel ancient. It's like, oh my gosh, they won't even, what is this foreign language?
Yes, so that we can still communicate.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes, so, make sure you put the gifts that you're going to give them, write it out in cursive so they learn to read it. Yeah. Read what I'm getting you and you get it. That kind of thing. There's so many things being done to further separate us into controllable aspects.
Yeah, this thing with AI and the merging of technology, it's funny because we were talking about this stuff years ago, back 2020, a little pre-2020, but like we were really like mouthing off. YouTube was like, nope. No. But we were talking about transhumanism and like that's the agenda. It's like it's out there already. We know, but it does require us, like the card says, we don't have to choose to think what we thought yesterday.
No, and we should choose not to think what we thought yesterday. We should choose evolution. It's built into creation, and to evolve into deeper understandings. Like just because you can read the words Food and Drug Administration or CDC, and you read it years ago, doesn't mean that you should think the same thing you thought when you were 12 about it. You hold on like, hey, that's what I thought when I was a little.
This is what they taught me, and like this is empirical supported with science. So we mentioned this in the live stream, but it bears repeating again. Our lives are worthy of examining.
Yes.
And I have found out that every almost quarter, quarter to half a year, I gotta look back at my life. Where am I going? Where are we going? What's happening? What's in the background? What's in the front? What's over here? Reassess, recalibrate,
right.
Which may look like challenging what I thought previously.
Yes.
And upgrading my thought process and perception of myself and reality.
I think often when we become disgruntled, that's a real sign of go back and look.
Ooh, that real good, yeah.
Yeah, you get a little disgruntled. It's like, okay, let me reassess. Am I getting disgruntled because of them or because of me? Who am I getting disgruntled about?
Yeah.
Maybe if I look deeper, I'll be thankful instead of disgruntled. Maybe this is a gift and it's challenging me and it's making me irritable.
I think, again, I have learned embrace the uncomfortable, embrace that irritable. Ooh, yes, I'm irritable. Yes, okay, this means this is a signal.
Yes.
You going too far off, bro.
Yes.
You are ignoring something, or maybe your divine guidance.
Yes.
And that's what I've understood it to be, where it's the body signaling the divine intelligence through the body, like, look, you're not listening. And it could get worse than just annoyance and frustration. It could look like disease.
And it's funny because you could be listening to a podcast like this and get triggered.
Yeah.
Get really triggered with us, But I have only to say to you, it is the person who is triggered with the issue. I'm not having an issue. I'm in happy spirits.
You see my cheeks? My cheeks high.
So if you have dropped into a frequency where you're angry and triggered, there's an opportunity to examine what is challenging me.
Yeah.
So if we do that, thank you. We
we have served you.
We accept your gratitude.
I'm sorry. It's like hitting me on multiple levels.
So we've already talked about our card.
Yeah, we were all over with it, and I think we went a little longer than we typically do, but still it feels like there was so much value, so much, everything that we spoke about spoke to this card. And I want to share one last thing, because the book says whole responsibility, and highly encouraging Ho'oponopono. Work with the practice. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Forgive yourself for the choices you made. Once you feel that disturbance, frustration, and annoyance are triggering, forgive yourself and keep it moving.
Take your hands from around your neck. Consider that compassion has been shown to you, and that you can show yourself compassion.
Like, I'm sorry, Sal. I didn't mean to smack you. I'm gonna rub my neck. I see them hand marks. I was a little too rough. I'm sorry.
Yes. Know that this is a process of trial and error in this dimension.
Yeah.
And that was the era, and the trial is over, and you can get back to moving towards whatever your destination is. It's okay. We don't have to beat ourselves up just because that's all we learned in school and at home. We don't have to do that. You can unlearn that. You can open up your hands and not do that. So we're so grateful that you joined us today. Did you have any final thoughts?
Just release your grip. Stop hitting yourself.
We give you the greetings of Invocation Veritas, which is oneness and truth, with honor, respect, gratitude, integrity, discipline, and action. Thank you.